everyone. How y'all doing? Just want to say welcome to the Truth Show Live. My name is Keisha. You know what? Perhaps I will bring up the most recent developments involving Harris and Trump on this live broadcast. Maybe. I don't know about that. I get too many threats and more. I mean, you guys understand. I get a lot of threats from the MAGAs because they really do not like me. Yeah, they threaten me all the time and more. And the MAGAs, you gotta know they're violent, evil, and cult like, and it hurts. And it really hurts me to see my people support this man who has shown so much violence, racism, and bias and bigotry, and whose family has a history of, you know, people. Yes, the fire, burn, tree of our people. I mean, it hurts. And I'm sure our ancestors agree with me. You guys, I keep seeing these rumors about Harris and AI generated voice. I have an app that I can literally take any celebrity, Will Smith, Samuel Jackson, any celebrity, for real, and put words into the app and they speak it. And then I can have AI generated video and make it seem like this is them saying these obscene things. I looked at TikTok videos and they said Harris said this, Harris said this. There's no record proof that Harris said any of these things, but you know what? People believe what they want to believe. Hi Eva, how you doing? I hope you're having a great evening as well. Oh, from Arkansas. How's the weather in Arkansas? Yeah, please share. But yes, so please do your research, guys. A lot of stuff they're talking about in terms of Harris is not even true. It's not even true. It's fabricated and AI generated, so don't believe all the crap that's out there about her. For real. Anyway, moving right along here. I just want to, this whole thing, this whole election thing, I just want it to be over with. Just let it be over with. I'm tired of talking about it. Anyway, on a different note, the tragic Breonna Taylor case has received an update. Yes, I'm not sure if you guys heard about it on TMZ or whatever, but it has an update. And we also have Cardi B, who has recently given birth, as we know, but is still acting very strangely. Things that a male Sagittarius in terms of Offset, whom I know personal Sagittariuses. Plenty. I seem to be attracted to Sagittarius, both male and female. The male ones is the ones I usually have a problem with. Not giving a stigma to all male Sagittarius because that's not true. But majority of the ones I've had in contact with personally wasn't a great, relationship. But I would say some Sagittarius, you should take them very seriously because they can be very violent. And Cardi should tread carefully of her rantings and things that I'm going to say in this live show that may raise your eyebrows and be like, what the heck is going on with this girl? I mean, we can address that a later time. You know what? Whatever. Anyway. And also in breaking news, but it's late breaking news, Wendy Williams, of course, is the queen of gossip, and she finally spoke out. I know I'm about 24 hours late about this, but I was busy yesterday, so I didn't really have time to talk about this. I'm sorry. Yeah. So we'll be going over what she have said and things of that nature. And then there's the infamous Nicki Minaj, who exploded once again on her social media. I don't know what the heck is going on. For real. This is crazy. And guess what? I just learned that a woman was married to a gay man for 64 freaking years. And we'll get into that. I mean, you guys gotta have to wait and to see what happens next about that whole story. And lastly, if we get around to, we may talk about historical news. Antarctica. What the heck is going on in Antarctica? They are literally uncovering a lot of Egyptian pyramids, statues, all kinds of structures in Antarctica that they're not trying to tell us, but it's being leaked to the media anyway via TikTok and whatnot. Oh yes. I mean, the icebergs and all them ice, whatever you want to call it, mountains down there are seriously melting away. Okay, seriously melting away, and more historical monuments and history is unfolding in our Antarctica. It's getting really freaking crazy, so much so they can't hide it anymore. They're trying to, but they're not. We may get into that a little later. Anyway, with that said, here are your warnings. Please note that this is all alleged. I've never met any of these people. I've deeply researched all of my information. Please note that this is all. This is a trigger warning. In this video, I may be talking about or showing sensitive material about some subjects or topics that may be disturbing or upsetting or may bring forth some troubling memories, as you read in the description or title. With that said, either end the video now or brace yourself. Aside from that, enjoy. Okay, apparently Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and Donald Trump boy toy J.D. Vance took the stage Tuesday to debate ideas and allow the American people to decide who they would like to see as part of the new presidential administration. I didn't really watch that debate. I don't really watch a lot of those debates, to be honest. I just get online and look at clips and read news blogs and then follow it up. However, I did take snippets of the Harris and Donald Trump's debate, just snippet, but I really didn't watch that either. I just didn't. I don't watch that kind of stuff. But I do read about it because I don't have the patience. And me being an empath, I get all upset. And it's not a really cute thing, for real. It's not a cute thing, for real. Make sure you guys share. Share the live show. Make sure you do that, people. Share on your social medias. Anyway, moving right along here. Anyway, so yes. So we can see who will be a great candidate for the presidential administration. Now, let's keep it a buck. Nothing about this debate will even remotely change the trajectory of the polls nor the ballot box on November 5th. It wasn't a triumph moment like, oh my gosh, he was crazy. Oh my gosh, this is great. Oh, I'm going to vote for him. Nothing. It was just bland from what I'm hearing, and it seemed to be a popular answer to this debate. Matter of fact, they barely talk about it, so I have to dig deep to even get some kind of news about the damn freaking debate. But with that said, being that both men will be next in the succession, if anything were to happen to the president, it's good to know who they are and where they stand on the most important issues that voters are facing. Now, for his part, J.D. Vance spent most of the night trying to put smiling, polite, Yale-educated lipstick on his pig. Well, you know what I mean. He was trying to be just polite, decorum, and just try to be a softer, less obscene, crazy, illiterate, whatever you want to call it, Donald Trump. He tried to be a little bit more demure, so to speak. That's at least what I'm hearing and the clips I have saw about J.D. Vance and what he was trying to do. So, yeah. I don't know if he pulled that off, but you know what? It is what it is. And then for his part, J.D. Vance spent most of the night, as you know, he spent most of the night trying to do that. But Vance tried his damnedest to keep up his facade until Governor Walz put him to the test. It was told that Walz asked Vance a very simple question. Did he, Trump, lose the 22 election? Now, this should have been an easy answer. Easy answer to this freaking question. Did he lose it or not? Hell. Now, the fact that Vance is on a ticket for vice presidency in 2024 is proof in and on itself, however. When your primary objective in life is to shine Donald Trump's Oxford wingtips with your tongue, easy become embarrassingly difficult. It was told that he never answered the freak that had social media abuzz with commentary was when J.D. Vance started whining about being fact-checked in real time after telling his favorite bald-faced lie about Haitian migrants in Springfield, Ohio, which they just leave them alone. See, this is what I don't like about Trump. He likes to racially objectify and single out people. He made this whole big deal about Kamala's race. Why is that even freaking relevant? He making this whole big deal about Haitians. And then my people are still questioning his motive of whether or not he's racist or not. If he wasn't racist, he wouldn't even care what race these people are. Who cares what racist Kamala is? Trump people was freaking Germans. They snuck in this country. If you want to get technical about it, he don't even supposed to be here. So he needs to stop putting race in front of what's important. Like, what is your politics, Trump? And I feel that he is definitely trying to go around that particular question. Okay. Now, getting back to what I was saying. So him pointing out the Haitians and pointing out Kamala, anybody else he can pretty much do for that matter. Because you know Trump, he always have to point out stuff that's kind of irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? But that's what Trump does. Okay? Now, you know, I can't stomach no more of this JD bullcrap. I just can't. It just, I don't have the patience for this. Seriously. Nope, 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 nope. Don't have the patience. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Don't have the patience. But here's the clip right here.
I think this is the conversation they want to hear. And I think there's a lot of agreement. But this is one that we are miles apart on. This was a threat to our democracy in a way that we had not seen. And it manifested itself because of Donald Trump's inability to say. He is still saying he didn't lose the election. I would just have to say, did he lose the 2020 election?
Tim, I'm focused on the future. Did Kamala Harris censor Americans from speaking their mind in the wake of the 2020 COVID situation?
That is a damning non-answer.
Alrighty then. That was a boring fucking debate. Anyways, moving right along here. But let me just point out this another moment here. Another moment that has social media buzz was, you know what? I don't care. I don't care. Let's just move on. I just don't care. I don't care. I don't care. All right. Let's move on to this court case with Trump that seemed to be something no one is talking about. And not only no one is talking about it, but he seemed to be roaming free and clear, but they locking up Sean Combs. Not saying that Sean Combs do not deserve to be locked up, because he definitely do deserve to be locked up. But why isn't Donald Trump locked up? I'm just saying. Because there is some kind of new news here. A court filing made public, actually yesterday, includes new evidence from the historical criminal case against former President Donald Trump. The filing says that Trump planned to try to overturn the 2020 election even before he lost. I mean, he pushed these false claims of voter fraud and resorted to crimes in his failed attempt to stay in power. Remember, after he lost the election, Trump went on a rampage about, oh my gosh, it was voter fraud. It was a rigged election. I mean, for 4 years, we heard him have a freaking fit on social media. It was freaking like he was possessed. So that's literally what's going on here. Now, in the statement from Special Counsel Jack Smith's team gives us the clearest picture of what prosecutors plan to show if the case against Trump for plotting to change the results of the election goes to trial. So before this whole thing even happened, before he even lost, he was already coming up with a plan to come up with voter fraud and concoct some evidence to say that it was voter fraud. He already had this in the bag on what he was going to do anyway. Like, what if? I mean, it makes me wonder if he has the same thing going on with this election. I mean, does he already have the election in the bag? Whereas he got Putin and all them other people, China, whoever who's on his side right now, saying, you know, if I lose, I need you to do your little thing, you know, tech people or Russia, whatever. I mean, is that why he's acting so cavalier and cocky and arrogant and saying what he want to say? Because he already feel that he's going to win anyway. This is something that our government, Harris, Waltz, Biden, all of them should definitely pay attention to, because Trump has a history of doing this, okay? Remember, it was already proven that he rigged the election against Clinton. That was already proven that Russia tampered with the evidence. I don't know what they're going to do about that, but apparently announcing it was good enough. I mean, they should give Clinton something for the fact that, you know, she technically did win, but whatever. Moving right along here. Okay, now, so, of course, against Trump for plotting to change the results of the election to go to trial. Now, indictment in a congressional investigation that lasted a month gave a very clear picture of Trump's attempts to rig the election. However, the filing uses previously unreported statements from Trump's closest staff to paint a picture of an increasingly desperate president who used deceit to target every stage of the electoral process while losing control of the White House. Now, the filing says that Trump told an aide, listen carefully, so what? After being told that his vice president, Mike Pence, had been rushed to a safe house after a group of violent Trump fans stormed the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021 to try to stop the counting of electoral votes. So, yes, his vice president was in danger. And his staff was like, your vice president is going to be in arms fire of you telling these people to go raid, the Capitol building. What should we do? You know what this fool said? He said, so what? I don't care. Not my problem. That's literally what he fucking said. He said, so what? I don't care. If you guys don't think that's crazy, I mean, come on now. And this is who y'all want to vote for? Who don't even care about his vice president? I mean, for real. Let's go back. Now, the filing says that Trump said the details do matter when told by an aide that the lawyer who was defending him in court would not be able to show the false accusations. Now, Democrats have tried reassuring Trump's refusal to accept the election results for 4 freaking years ago, and periodically in speeches and debates reminding people that he isn't unfit for office. He goes off impulse. He don't think carefully. He's slurring his words. He's saying random things. He doesn't have a plan. He's off of Project 2025. I mean, it's ridiculous. But Trump team tried to use the strategy of it being a very close presidential race. I mean, they tried everything. They either saying the election was rigged or it was just a close race. They're trying to use whatever tactic they can to prove this freaking election that he lost 4 freaking years ago. Like, let it go already. Now, gosh. So even in Tuesday's night vice presidential debate, the realization came up again when Democratic Minnesota Governor Tim Walz talked about the violence at the Capitol, and Republican Ohio Senator J.D. Vance would not say whether Trump had lost the 22 election. He still did not admit it. They're still not admitting it. They're still lying and saying it's freaking rigged. And it's probably because he's still going to court about this and he don't want to, or he or his vice president want to say anything that can be used against him. That's probably, they're not, saying anything. I'm assuming that's probably why they're not saying anything. Who knows? I mean, oh my gosh. Are we going to continue hearing this if you lose the election come November? Are we going to hear this for the next 4 years that it was rigged? I mean, let it go already. Now, this speaks volumes. I mean, I can go on, but I believe you all get the picture. Let's talk about something else. Okay. In Breonna Taylor news, I have some important news to share about the murder of Breonna Taylor. It seems a federal judge said in August that Joshua James and Kyle Meany, 2 former Louisville police officers, were not responsible. Listen to this, you guys, and please try to retain your anger. Okay? It seems that they said that these 2 cops here, you see these 2 cops? They were not responsible for Breonna Taylor's death. Even though they were said to have lied to get a search warrant for her home, the execution of the warrant directly caused a hail of shots, as you know, to hit the house and unalive Taylor. In fact, U.S. District Court Judge Charles Simpson found that Taylor's boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, that's this gentleman here, who looked like Luke, the rapper Luke from back in the day. That's what I look like him, I swear. Anyway, her boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, killed her by firing 1 shot at the police officers whom he thought were trying to break into their apartment. So they were saying it was his fault. Her boyfriend thought that they even died because he shot at them first, and they shouldn't be held liable for all this violence because it wasn't their fault. So the judge, dropped the charges because of that. So her death pretty much goes in vain. Like, who cares? They had every right to put 15 gazillion bullet holes in them because her boyfriend shot first. But listen to this. It gets deeper than that. Apparently, after Simpson decided to drop the most serious charges against James and Meany, these James and Meany people, okay? The U.S. Department of Justice filed new charges, however, against them on Tuesday. They are still facing federal charges related to the failed raid. But you gotta understand, for the shooting of her in general, they're not being charged for. They're only being charged for the failed raid. Not for the shooting of an innocent person. No. Only for, I guess, not proper procedures following for the raid. Not for killing this poor girl. Only for the raid in general. Oh, I'm not done yet. There's more. Now, on the other hand, many people, especially those who do not go out of their way to act. Matter of fact, no. Let's go back up here. Here is what the statement said in general. We're going to go ahead and read this statement, okay? In the new indictment on Tuesday includes a focus on key information James and Meany withheld from other officers during the planning and execution of the raid, putting both the officers and anyone in Taylor's home in danger. In addition, the two presented false information in search warrant affidavit presented to Jefferson Circuit Judge Mary Shaw, including that a postal inspector verified that drug suspect, I think Jamarcus Glover, who had dated Taylor, was using Taylor's home to receive parcels, allegedly. But remember, it was a false leak. In fact, Tony Gooden, a U.S. postal inspector in Louisville, told WDRB News in May 2020 that Louisville police didn't confer with his office. They didn't confirm. He said a different law enforcement agency asked his office in January 2020 to invest whether any potentially suspicious mail was going to the unit. The local office concluded that there wasn't, and James swore that he had observed Glover make a frequent trips to Taylor's home according to the new indictment, but in fact James and Meany had only seen Glover at the home one time, months before the March 13, 2020 raid, prosecutors allege. So which means that this raid was uncalled for and they didn't do diligent and exact research to make sure all the I's were dotted and the T's were crossed. They were going off of old information that wasn't even accurate, that wasn't even confirmed. They literally went off impulse with this entire freaking raid. However, they are not in jail anymore. They're literally out on bond, and they are not being prosecuted or anything for shooting or unaliving Breonna Taylor. So unaliving Breonna Taylor was, who cares? Who cares? They're not in jail for that. No one cares. The judge didn't care. No one cares. That's what they're saying. Literally. Okay? Yeah. Now, on the other hand, many people, especially those who do not go out of their way to act like professional bootlickers, would call it police corruption. When police officers do anything necessary to get a judge to sign a search order. If it means lying. So they lied to the judge, but like, parcels coming here, people, whatever embellished story they want, because they had drilling in, they had their weapons. They wanted to raid some people. All this crap they have on their bodies, I'm assuming it just enticed them to act like they're characters they play in their video games and just urged them to go out and act like they're in freaking war. I'm still wondering why all these officers running around with all this stuff on their freaking backs anyway. I mean, were we in a war zone? I don't understand. This is ridiculous. But I think they'd be urged to use all of those necessary, unnecessary weapons. I'm just saying. So, there was obviously some police corruption going on when police officers, again, they did anything they could, anything necessary to get a judge to sign that search order, even if it means lying. Some people may also think it is strange that a judge would say Walker's single gunshot at police officers. He did not know where the police officers was, the legal cause of her death, but would not punish the officers who lied to get the freaking warrant in the first place. So the judge wasn't even concise or even diligent on the details of even agreeing to the freaking raid. The judge didn't even care. Like, I don't know who got shot and what was the legal cause of her death again. Who are the officers again? Oh, charges dropped. Okay, so we caught this judge on a day he wasn't even freaking all the way there, apparently, and let these two murderers free when they were just sloppy and just... I can't. This is so ridiculous. So ridiculous. So this woman's death is in vain. No one's freaking talking about it. It's not even going viral on the news because no one freaking cares. But they want to talk about Diddy and all these other freaking, not stupid, other cases. But we're just completely leaving out that these officers are free. Just saying. And the judge he should be audited. I'm just saying. He should be audited. How many people has he done this to? But again, these officers are not punished. Okay? And they lied to get this warrant that started this entire freaking thing. Mind you, they no longer believe that the police officer, this is what the judge and people think, okay? They don't believe the police officers who shot many guns into that apartment like they was on freaking World War II, okay? Okay? Killing, unaliving Taylor and putting the lives of other people in the building in danger. They didn't care where the bullets was flying. They have no responsibility. These officers have no responsibility for their actions, okay? Or the lives they took. Who cares? They were well in their rights. You know, who cares? This is bullshit. This is straight bullshit. But you know what? Whatever. No one's talking about it. TMZ is not reporting about it either. They may have. I probably just missed it, but whatever. You see, the police officers who unalive Taylor, again, are not being held responsible, and it has been difficult to hold James and Minnie responsible too. They're trying, but it's like they have this huge support from whoever to make sure these two individuals do not go to jail for unaliving an innocent woman and her boyfriend for freaking raid of the wrong place. They're not even held liable for that. Okay, let me just move on with this report. However, the boyfriend who tried to protect his home, which he's well in his right to do, okay, was a legal cause of the death, even though he was found now guilty of any wrongdoing very early on in the case. So very early on in the case, he was found now guilty, but who cares about that? The officer's still not being implicated for that particular reason either. Because who cares? Who cares? No one cares. They shot an innocent woman. Who cares? No one cares. I mean, they well in their right. Whatever. Who cares? This is seriously what's going on in the world. However, the new charges say that Minnie knew that Taylor had a boyfriend, of course, who was living with her and legally owned a weapon. But he did not include that information in the search warrant. Yeah, he lied. So Minnie, this man here, he knew Taylor's boyfriend had a weapon. He knew her boyfriend had a weapon. But in that search warrant, that they pretty much lied, in this evidentiary, that they lied about everything in our search warrant. The plays, everything they lied about. The people involved, they lied about everything. Her, the people, the place, everything they lied about. They lied about every freaking thing, and nothing is happening to these people. And it's proven that they lied. But they are free. Oh, yes. They're not even in jail anymore. Absolutely. Let me go back here. So, listen to this. This is what is in a statement that you see up there. If the judge had been aware that key statements in the affidavit were false and misleading, she would not have approved. This is a male judge for this particular warrant here. Okay, she would not have approved the warrant for Taylor's home, and there would not have been a search at Taylor's home, according to new indictment. So if the judge, okay, there was a male judge and a female judge, if they would have done diligent work, like you're supposed to do for a warrant, okay, make sure the I's are dotted, T's are crossed, have your assistant check up on it. Even if you have to check on it, make sure everything is great, especially for a raid. If she would have known the information they gave her and they actually paid attention, a judge, they would not have approved this warrant in the first place. But you have a judge who probably said, what race, who, area, I don't care. Here, take it. Who cares? Okay, so the judge needs to be seriously audited and implicated in this case for being very sloppy and not doing their job. The cops need to go to jail for murder, literally, because it's murder, okay? They knew that the young man had a weapon. and they knew who stayed there, and they knew that was in the right place, and they didn't even confirm this parcel that's supposed to have been delivered to her place. They ain't even confirmed that they even knew the man who was having the parcel delivered. They didn't even confirm nothing. They just was two loose cannon cops that wanted to go around and unalive people. But who freaking cares, apparently? Okay? That's it. So, yes. If they would have done their jobs, Taylor would still be alive today if not for the alleged actions of these officers, despite this Judge Simpson, whatever, dismissed 2 felony charges against them, okay? Charges that involve using a dangerous weapon to